The opinions on the following podcast are those exclusively of the host and not Q10 Culture as a whole. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Q10 Culture podcast with Donna.
Just take away the fucking damn things already.
Gee. Very hard journalism research. And I went to Walmart to go get ice cream. And Dom.
The graham cracker ended up somehow getting impregnated by the tomato.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Phil Nelson, and you're watching 210 Culture, the best motherfucking podcast in the city.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 210 Culture podcast episode. I want to say 49, maybe 50.
Or 50. I don't know.
I'm losing track already, so I'm going to say 50.
I think it's 50.
So like always, I'm G.
And Donna.
And for those who didn't actually hear the last episode, we have officially lost Dom. In the meantime,
R.I.P.
He's no longer able to make it because of the work schedule, so he is no longer part of the podcast. In the meantime, the days that he is able to randomly get off, he will be back. So that means we are looking for a new host, co-host to work with us. But today we didn't need one because we got a full table with us today, like always. So we have the great folks over at Mira Middles here today.
Woo!
So thank you guys for being on the show here with us today. So this is actually our first episode back in the studio for about a month now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's our first live video for a good while. They were fixing some stuff here, and then we were out of town like every other weekend. So we're finally back. So this is our nice little studio.
Mm-hmm.
It finally feels good to be back in the studio where I don't have to worry about audio no more. Normally the way we start the show is just kind of go over what we did over the weekend. So we'll let you guys go first.
Yeah.
How was y'all's weekend?
It's so crazy. We're getting everything ready for our new store, so everything's just all packed into the weekend and the week, whenever we can feel time.
Yeah, we did some more shopping for our store, and we booked a food truck and a super cool cotton candy person for opening.
Nice.
Yeah, so she does the sandia cotton candy, and she puts tahini on it. Like
I don't like cotton candy, but I might try that.
I don't either, but it's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when is this happening?
So this is happening next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
22nd. And it's actually Albert's birthday, too. So
Yes.
it's a double celebration.
Yep.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
He's going to be 85.
I'm catching up. I'm right there. I just turned 50. And of course, before I forget, I totally forgot that this podcast is brought to you by Southside Craft Soda with their wonderful Texacoda soda. And of course, we're live back in at Southtown 101 here on Pub Sports Radio. Hopefully you're watching it live on Pub Sports. If not, you're listening to it on the app or the re-recording on our podcast or during the week Monday through Friday at 12 to 1 where they replay this episode here. Also, of course, our other sponsor, Natural Heights CBD. And one day I'll get it right where I'll get that off the bat before we start the show.
Sure.
But yeah, and I know Friday y'all were at the roundabout over in Blanco.
Yeah, and then we actually, we split up because we have to sometimes. We have so many things to do. And we went to our friend Cholai. So it was like her 1 year anniversary. Okay. So she had a party at Bar America, so we stopped in.
Oh, nice.
Right
I
on the
think
street.
I saw that picture, and she's the one that I think has done a couple videos, right?
The parodies.
Yeah. And she's done the one where you showed it to me. And I know you like her. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
the Truth Hurts one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the parody of that one.
She's
and I was
so
like,
sweet.
oh man, if I knew she was at Bar America, we could have gone. I wanted to meet her.
Yeah. She's really awesome.
So, they're going to make that happen now.
Yeah.
Call her up for me. Just kidding.
So yeah, we actually drove by. She
did.
was busy getting her tattoo that night, so they had to be there at a certain time.
For Friday the 13th. Cool.
Yeah. So, but we drove by and we saw you guys. Y'all were sitting there. We were gonna roll down the window and yell like regular Mexicans.
You should have.
But you're busy talking, and we're like,
Yeah,
she'd probably
you
be like,
were.
"What?"
No, anytime you ever see us, if you're just like, "Gaga," like, I'll know, because that's my usual call, like for anybody.
So,
What if I would have been like, hey, bitch?
Oh, hey, look, I had hoops on.
I was gonna say she
I'll
would
take
take
them
the hoops off.
I'll pop my press-ons off.
And of course, for us, we just had a busy Saturday. We went out to New Braunfels to go to Lotta Ladies.
Yes.
I love them.
They're so sweet.
And the food was so
Elaine
good.
was just so
Yes.
good to talk to, and the food was just so amazing.
Yeah.
We made their medal last year.
We made their
Did you?
first medal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we saw the medal.
Yeah.
They had the picture of it. I saw it.
Wow,
Pretty cool.
that's so cool.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Well, I need to order some more.
I need another one of those sushi wraps though. That was really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just stuff with cheese and more cheese and more cheese.
What did you guys try? Did you guys try the Sucia wrap?
Yeah, I think we did. And then their hibiscus lemonade.
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. Yeah.
I like the
strawberry was
one.
good too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
the hibiscus was really good. Yeah, I'm all about that.
And then right after that, we got a call for our evening one that got pushed forward. So then we headed out to New Braunfels or to Old Helotes for Congelato, which is the gelato place out there, which is really, really good. Everything is they hire somebody who like knows the traditional way of making gelato from back from Italy.
Dang.
Like it's passed down from his family, so he just makes them, and it was really, really good. And the Italian ice, so that was a good little afternoon. And then we came back home, and that was it. And then we had tacos at like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, we had a long ass nap too.
Yep, and that was pretty much it. And then we were here. We were here, and that's our story. Now this is where we're at for the podcast. Of course, before we continue on, make sure you comment if you're watching live for our survey question of the day, which is what's your favorite combination that people think is weird? Or your favorite weird combination? So we'll check on that towards the end of the show. For everybody who's watching, if anybody's still watching.
I don't know.
So with that being said,
talking to ourselves.
So with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into the questions here. So the first question I have for you guys is, what made you guys decide to go into making medals for yourselves?
So we actually talked about this on our way to church this morning, and obviously we have to give all our glory to God, right? So this is something that we've seen over the years. Like, we're big Fiesta people, and so we kept seeing medals, and we were like, we're really creative, like we could do that. And so, by the grace of God, we ended up having the money, because you have to spend money to make money,
right? Yeah.
So we started, and we kind of hit the ground running. And then we were just going to do it just for us and just sell them. And people just started coming out of everywhere and just saying, wait, can you make mine? I really like yours. And it just kind of snowballed.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. And yeah, no, I've seen a bunch of them, but Roy's with the Cardi B was that you guys made.
Oh yeah.
They even did Miga's Cafe. They're the ones that made the Boom Basta one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they gave us one, and it was it's pretty
big.
heavy.
Super heavy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big and it's heavy, and I was like, dang, like this is a really cute medal. I didn't know that you guys had done it. That's cool.
Yeah, when I was trying to come up with the clues to how to announce them, I was gonna like start naming who they made medals for, but then I was like, that's probably gonna give it away really fast. So I forgot what I used as a different thing. So that was pretty fun on my end, trying to come up with it. So at the end, I was like, look and some type of material. I was like, I wanted the clues. I was like, look in Spanish plus whatever it is. That's the name. That's the name. People won't figure it out. So I know we've talked about it before when we met you guys, but how did you guys come up with the name for Mira Medals?
We went through a whole bunch of names. It's kind of like naming a kid, right? Like, you're like, okay, we have to like it. So we've heard
spend the whole 9 months trying to figure it out.
You have to, like, they tell you, like, when you're naming a baby, like, yell that name. It's weird, but they're like, yell it, and if it sounds good, like, I don't know, it's weird, like, I guess because everybody yells at their kids, I don't know. So we went over like a whole bunch of names, and I was just like, well, like Mira, like, like it's part of our Latin culture, it's combining the Spanglish,
right? Yeah.
And Mira means look, so I was like, look. So I don't know, that's kind of what happened.
Look, medals.
Yeah.
Look, medals, right?
And it's funny because it actually played out that way. Like, we would go to shows and stuff like that, and like people would see our medals, and they'll call like their cousin, they're like, Mira, look.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's us.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yes, how can we help you?
Yeah. Oh, but I do get a lot. I get a lot of people that come up to me and they're like, oh, hi, Mira, it's nice to meet you. And I'm like, no.
Say my name.
Yeah.
No Miras.
Yeah.
Try again.
Your nickname should be Mira.
Right? I don't know. Yeah. We'll try it out.
Right. Let me think. So, there's plenty of other metal makers out here. What would you say would be the one thing that makes you guys stand out more? Because like I was mentioning last time when we were talking, pretty much you and like one other place are like the only two that I really know of. I know there's more in town, but I mean, I guess just for me, it's just more, you guys have more social media presence, which is why I knew that you guys existed, plus all the medals of everybody else that goes to you guys. But I mean, other than that, what would you say would like makes you guys kind of stand out compared to everybody else?
Customer service. I guess first part is customer service. Like, we try to get out there and, like you said, be out there in the social presence and just be one-on-one, because a lot of people don't know the process and don't know what it takes and how to even start. So if people can talk to us and come to us and be like, hey, how do we do this? It's a lot easier for them. And then another thing that we are proud on is transparency. We're really transparent on how it's done, what you're paying for. Some people are like, oh, it's all inclusive, everything's free, or they don't really say what you're getting for what you're paying for. Us, we tell you, hey, it's better if you do it this way, or if you don't do it that way, we're going to tell you, hey, what's best for you. We're going to try to find the best price for you. So we try to work with our manufacturers to find that best price. It's not, we don't have a flat rate. Your design is going to be different from everybody else's, so we don't want to charge you for something that you're not going to need.
And I think also letting people know that it's not all about money for us. Not to say it is for other people, but it definitely isn't for us. We do like to give back to the community. We like to be out in the community, and we like to meet people. And it's, people like you guys, and we've met a lot of great people with organizations, and just it's a way to give back, and also like teach our children like how to have a business, and how to give back and how to be in the community. So
now, and I have a question related to teaching your children and stuff. Would you want them to kind of take over your business like when they're older, or
I mean, if they're interested, then absolutely. But I mean, we're not the kind of parents to say, well, we started this, you have to finish it.
Right,
It is what it is. But they, as of now, they love it, and they know when we have events, they're like, all right, we pack our snacks, we take our juice, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a long day. So
do they help y'all out sometimes and stuff?
Yeah, and our son actually, he's actually running for Fiesta Especial King this year, and so now we're campaigning for him, and so now he's out there, and he actually designed one of our medals last year.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, he loves it. He loves to draw, so.
Right. Oh, that is so cool. I like that you guys incorporate, your children in it as well, and kind of, just, sorry, like my group.
No, you're good. You're good.
I don't have any words. Just good. It's a family type of business, and it's just not like, we're just keeping them separate. You know what I mean?
No, we're very much family oriented, and even our video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but our video of us putting our office together, like, we're like stepping over them, and they're like on the phone and eating and this and that, But it's it is what it is. Yeah, we love it.
And I was gonna get into it after the questions, but since we're already here, do you want to tell people more about the event that you guys are gonna have for this campaign?
Yeah, so the first one is the 29th of September, and it's going to be at Carolina's Antiques. It's going to be a loteria, and all the money is going towards Disability SA and Sunshine Cottage School for Deaf Children.
Nice.
So we don't see any of that, which we're totally fine with, because this is something that we want him to do. He does have autism, and so we're basically trying to get him to be more comfortable with other people, be more social, and just more confident, But we'll have a DJ there. We're gonna have cotton candy. We're gonna have margarita machine. Like, it's gonna be lit.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
then, oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, so after our party on that Saturday before, you need to go that Sunday and go play loteria.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if you're hungover, still come. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then we have another one October 19th, and that'll be at Jokesters, and it's a masquerade party.
Ooh,
so
nice.
That one's adult only, but it's gonna be fun.
So Roy's gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Roy.
I think he has a room in the back. I don't know.
I know. Every time we meet, every time we meet him, he's like, "I'm at Jokesters."
Yeah.
You want to come out here? You can't come to Jokesters. No, Roy, I can't come to Jokesters.
We're always like, "What are you doing? What are you doing tonight, Jokesters?"
Yeah.
Hey, y'all want to meet at Jokesters? Sure.
I love Marsha though. I love her so much.
I was like, "Are my drinks gonna be free?" Well, mine are. Okay, that doesn't answer my question. Still doesn't answer my question. Shout out to Roy if you're watching, Roy.
Yes.
So jumping into the next one here, for people who are interested in getting their medals ready around Fiesta time, how long in advance would you say would be ideal for somebody to reach out to you guys so they can try to get them around that time? 'Cause I know it's pretty.
Yeah, so yesterday was good. It was a good day. So production time is 3 weeks, or 3 to 4 weeks, and that is once the invoice is paid in full. And so it's really just if you have a concept or if you already have art. Some people come to us with a design already, which is easy. We're just like, cool, let us get you the best price and knock it out. And some people say, I don't know what I want, but you guys do really good stuff, do it. And we're like, oh, okay, well, we'll do our best. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's, honestly, now's a really good time. Because once we hit like December, January, it gets insane. And we had a 2-3 page wait list last year.
Wow. I was about to say, do you guys have to turn down people? at times?
We didn't turn people down.
We just let them know about the wait time.
Yeah.
So some people have events that they're expecting to have their medals at, or having a certain deadline to sell their medals. So we just let them know, like, we are at the line where you guys are kind of getting pushed back to maybe 5 weeks. Production is still production, but your art is not getting submitted until, your invoice is paid and your art is done.
Yeah.
So.
Right. We do tell people it is just us two.
Right.
We
Yeah,
don't have
for sure.
employees. We have our coworkers, which are our kids. And if you call us, you will hear
Sometimes
them.
they slack off.
You will hear them
They don't
crying.
want to work.
Child labor,
They don't want to work.
I know. Sometimes they get lazy.
They take extra naps.
That's funny. And so when do you guys have like priority shipping type of thing? Like, if you pay more for shipping, like we'll ship them out to you when you need them.
No,
type of thing.
so the cool thing is with us is everybody gets 2-day shipping.
Oh,
Now,
gotcha.
if you don't want that, and that's a rare occasion, it's not much of a difference in cost, and you go from 2 days to like 15 to 30.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Pay the extra.
Yeah, so instead of air shipping it, like, airplanes, they put
Right.
it on a boat. So
Yeah.
that's a little,
Wow.
we like it the fast way better.
Right, yeah.
Like, even though it might be a little bit more,
Yeah.
it's worth it. Because you'll get tracking, you'll know it's coming. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, and as far as we know, we don't know anybody else that does 2-day shipping.
Right.
So-
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
I forgot my train of thought.
Oh my goodness, really?
Right, I was gonna say that, yeah, because I think it's funny that like not even art. I know one of the other guys that does stickers. He's like, oh well, you want us to rush it, then like pay the extra if you want to rush. I'm not just gonna rush it just because you said so, because somebody else paid theirs and you haven't paid yours and you want to rush. It's not gonna happen. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as far as art goes, yeah, we don't rush anybody's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it's a really big company, it,
Right.
Get in line.
we're understanding that people are people and they want them, So if they came to us first, then
Right. Yeah.
We've been on the other side of it. Like, when we first started, we ordered our medals from a vendor. So that was kind of a good thing, because we actually got to see how it is, like how it is to be a customer. Like,
Right. Yeah.
that vendor at the time didn't notify us, didn't give us a heads up, didn't inform us what was going on. So we learned that we wanted to be different and be like, give our customers a heads up. Hey, your medals are in production. Hey, your medals are almost done.
Right.
Like, keep our customers in the loop.
Yeah.
So that's what helps out a lot too.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things as far as probably any type of business aspect, is to just keep that communication flow open with people and don't kind of keep them in the dark.
yeah,
Because I know a lot of companies tend to do that, or don't respond, or whatever.
yeah, we try to we work 24/7, so unless we're like in church or like with our kids or
Right, yeah.
asleep, we're answering.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So as far as like the manufacturer side, how hard is it to kind of pair up with a manufacturer that you can trust, and you're make sure that they're gonna do what they're supposed to do on their end?
it's hard, and it took a lot of money, a lot of trial and error to find the right manufacturers. Now that we have them, we're like, nobody's gonna find out who they are. They're ours. I'm not sharing. And just because it's very hard,
Right, yeah.
Like I said, a lot of trial and error,
Samples.
and money. Yeah,
We pay for samples.
yeah. We've had some that were, not so great, and we
Right. Yeah.
see some of the medals that come in, and I'm like, I want to help, but I'm just like, just come to me.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Just because we know
I get it.
we're very quality means a lot to us,
Right,
And
yeah.
so we worked hard to get that,
Right,
and
yeah.
like lock that down.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So jumping into the last question here, like we were mentioning earlier, you guys have your new shop opening up next week. So what can people expect from it? Is it just gonna be like a showcasing, or y'all gonna have other like products, or
From the store, or from the event, or both?
from the start?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the store, we are going to have medals. We are actually planning on having our clients, or offering it to our clients that we can sell their medals for them in our store. We have this 8-foot long display case.
Wow.
So there's a lot of room. We are going to have Fiesta sashes by our friend who, Threads by Jay. He makes hand makes these sashes, and they're bomb.com.
Wow.
So yeah, he'll be there, and we're working with a couple of other local vendors. So I mean, if anybody's interested, let us know. Obviously Fiesta oriented,
right? Yeah.
We're not trying to take over anybody's business. Just let that be known. But we are on a different side of town where there aren't Fiesta stores or anything, you know. So
now, is the store going to be open all year round? Is it like a seasonal thing, or?
So it is all year round because our rent is all year round. So,
Gotcha.
So you know, that's why we're trying to pull in, you know, other local things that we can sell there.
Right, yeah.
And you know, we just gotta hustle, man. But yeah.
We'll get our hours pretty soon.
Yeah, we're not sure. Like, I think right now, since it's not, you know,
Full season.
Yeah. Well, we might do like appointment only. For a little bit.
Yeah.
But once it hits full force, and we'll be open probably like 9 to 5.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, I'm so excited for you
I
guys.
know, I'm so excited.
It's so cool.
I know, especially was it like a week after, like, look, they're opening their store.
Yeah.
I know. When we met you guys, we were like on the hunt, and then it just happened.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
Nice. So, do I have a good sound for this one again?
What?
So it is now the most requested part of the show. And requested, I mean Zoe looks at me and says, we need to do this all the time.
What?
We're out of questions, so you know what that means. It's time for the 210 Culture Hot Seat.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I thought it was like flames or something.
No, I don't have any flames yet. So, for those who's the first time tuning in, 210 Culture Hot Seat is pretty much where we just ask this or that questions, and you guys just tell us which one you prefer. You don't have to explain it. You can just give us the answer, and that's it if you don't want to get shot on the way out. So, we're going to start with the basic one, In-N-Out or Whataburger?
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Hands down.
Hands down the best. I know. She's the only one that likes In-N-Out for whatever weird
I
reason.
like In-N-Out. I think I think their burgers are good. They're just hella small.
If you like trash,
Oh my god.
or you want to pay extra for a $1 burger from McDonald's, sure, why not? So red salsa or green salsa?
I tend to go with red.
Green.
Green. Okay, you can leave. He can stay. Yeah, we tend to like the green, but lately red's been pretty good, except for yesterday. Yesterday was trash.
Yeah, the taco place you got it from, you could smell it, and it smelled like, I don't know, like tomato. Like it was more like tomato even.
But we went to the valley the week before, and they had some red sauce, and oof, we were dying.
We were
paying for
dying. It burned in a lot of places.
Right? Did you
we
do a handstand in the shower?
Yeah.
And we ended up making the mistake of mixing it with the green one because we're like, oh, they're never that hot.
Oh.
And yeah, that was the worst mistake ever.
It was.
But I would do it again. And then, which one's the next one? Oh, Las Palapas or Mama Margie's?
Las Palapas.
Wow.
I think
Y'all answered that very quickly.
Well, I think like when we were like 21, 22, it would have been Mama Margie's.
Oh, Mama Margie's was ours.
You know, I think you kind of grow out of that.
But also, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, we were there a lot, like, in our 20s, like, early 20s.
Yeah.
And so I don't even remember what it tastes like, because every time we were there, it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So we're just like, food. But, you know.
Yeah, that's what we had. We had the rapper Carlton Zeus on, and he was like, "Yeah, Las Palapas is the classier restaurant. When you want to take, your family, you got to go eat there." He's like, "And Mama Margie's is just a trap house. That's where you go." He's all,
True.
as long as you say hi to the police officer, you're good. Like, that's all that matters.
You know, and I would I like make eye contact, like, I'm not that drunk, like, hi.
That's funny because we had gone to Rocky's Tacos at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Rockies, yeah.
And the police officer, they were like, "Oh, hi, how's it going?" Officer, "Oh, good." And then like after he's like, "Oh, okay, y'all need anything on the way out?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess it's true. You do need to talk to the cop on the way out at 3 in the morning." And then you have anyone?
I mean, no, I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
so just because you guys are from here, from San Antonio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What do we compare it to again? I always forget.
Oh, Church's Chicken or Bill Miller's?
Oh.
Really? Y'all hesitate on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, I'm going to say Churches.
Okay, why?
I honestly, their chicken's juicier, and it just tastes better. Sorry, Bill Miller's. If you need a medal, we'll still make
Churchies, hit them up.
Yeah, Mama Margie's and Bill Miller both in there. Like, gotta get a new dealer.
Look, Mama Margie's, if you need a medal.
Just hand over some bean and
What
cheese
about
tacos.
you?
Yeah.
What about you? He's like,
are we talking about
no.
only chicken or the store? I mean, the whole.
Yeah, let's go with
restaurant?
chicken. Because that's been our debate. It's been chicken.
Okay.
Churches.
Churches?
Yeah.
Dang.
Ooh, because you know what? They got the pickled. They have the pickled jalapenos too.
I've never tried the
I ate the
pickled
jalapeno
jalapenos
poppers.
from
I ate the
there.
jalapeno poppers.
No, but like the fresh jalapenos, they're like the what is it? The costeña ones or whatever. The ones that they have on the chicken on a stick
Oh,
at
yeah,
Fiesta.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
was.
Like you just
Dang.
Wait, the reason I always bring
Didn't
that
know
question up is because she doesn't like Bill Millers, even though they're following us. Shout out to Bill Millers for the follow on Instagram. That's probably why they're following us. But
They're watching.
so, but we say, well, 'cause
I like their
it.
salad.
I like Bill
Oh, me
Millers.
too.
I like their chicken. I'm not so crazy about the barbecue, but I like their chicken. Their
Even
chicken
though their
strips,
ranch dressing is like
their-
500 calories on its own.
Their poor boys, their chops, anything that's not just like straight up brisket plate, I'll eat it. But we were talking about it, and same with churches too. I like churches. She doesn't really like it. She's
I
just
don't like
greasy.
churches at all.
But like I was telling her, I was like,
Sorry.
I think it's more a nostalgia thing here in town.
yeah.
Because everybody who comes on the show, if they're from San Antonio, they're like, oh yeah, churches or Popeye or Bill Millers. And then when you get somebody who's from out of town, they're like, well, Popeyes or something else. Or
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like it. I told her, I think it's just more the nostalgia of it. I was like, 'cause I remember on Fridays we'd go to our grandparents' house, and me and her would be there, and they'd order churches because there's a lot of
Yeah.
people. And then if it wasn't too many people, then maybe pizza, but more than likely it was always churches.
Yeah.
And then as we got older, my parents liked more Bill Millers, so they would get Bill Millers because they would go at 9 o'clock at night and grab whatever they could get for,
See,
for $40.
This is how old I am. I remember my mom on Fridays. She would take me to Blockbuster, and we'd pick out a movie, and then we get like churches, and we would have like our like movie night. So I guess the nostalgia.
Yeah, and I guess that's where it is. It's not so much about the food. It's just more like you remember it. So you're like, oh yeah, I'll go there. I go
Yeah.
there. Because I mean,
Mine was Pizza Hut. Mine was Pizza Hut. Movie in a Pizza Hut because my mom got the hookup at Pizza Hut. She used to work there, so
Oh,
we would get
dang.
pizzas and breadsticks and all this other crap. I guess that's why I'm, look the way I am. But
and for us, it was always at least for me, it was always the Sam's or the HEB pizza. So we
Oh.
never really got actual pizza. It was like really rare if we went to Pizza Hut or something. So that's why
I
I
will
like.
say Sam's Pizza's hella good. Like I tried it not too long ago for the first time, and I was like, I've been missing this my whole life.
Dude,
Shit's
they're
good.
Have you had their cake?
No, I haven't had their cake.
Yeah, their cake is amazing.
Oh, you know what? Yes, I did. I had it actually this Friday.
It's so good,
Mhm.
and
It is good.
I would order like 3 tiered cakes, and they would be like $64.
Yeah.
for a giant like a wedding size cake.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need it, but I thought I did. For like
That
my
many people-
events.
She's like, it's just me by myself.
Yeah, just with a big fork.
Or like that big sheet cake from Costco. Well, it's only like 20 something
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
And it feeds like a whole family of like 30.
Yeah, right.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and jump into some of these topics here now that we're done with the hot seat.
Okay.
So jumping into the first one, like always, because it's football season.
UTSA. So UTSA played against Army this past weekend and lost with a final score of 31-13. Roadrunners were limited to 51 yards on the ground on 27 carries, while Army rushed for 340 yards. The next game is set to play is September 21st against North Texas at 6:30. So what do you think about this past game, and is there hope for UTSA to jump back? I don't know. Do you guys follow UTSA?
I don't
Kind
watch
of, no.
football.
I don't either.
But
I don't
go
watch it
Spurs.
as much as I want to, but
It's not good for me.
not
it's not
because of
good for
her.
me.
No, we're so busy. I work full time. We got the business after that, and the kids. Like, I mean, if I sit down on the couch to watch football, I'll probably fall asleep. So,
Dang, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's how I am too. I like sit down on the couch and by 10 minutes I'm like knocked
yeah,
out.
I'm out. But I hope they come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 2 tough games. They lost they won the first one? Yeah, they won the first one, which was UIW, which didn't really count. Then they played Baylor and got destroyed. It was like 63 to like 17 or something.
Ouch.
And then they came back here, but Army just almost beat Michigan in double overtime the week before. And Michigan right now is 7 in the nation, so I knew it was
Yeah.
going to be a really tough game going into
Wow.
it. And then, of course, they had the famous UTSA tailgate party as well at this one.
Did
So
y'all go?
no.
Oh.
We ended up having a film.
Fuck
at the-
no.
We ended up having a film. So I don't think she knows about the party. So that's.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So they were having a tailgate outside, a non-official UTSA sponsored tailgate, and it was featuring I hadn't heard about her till they started sending us the stuff. Some YouTuber called La Tiny. She calls herself La Tiny. Yeah, she's here from San Antonio, and
Yeah.
yeah. So she was like gonna do a meet and greet, and then they had Jesse Borrego also go out there, and then last minute, like 2 weeks ago, they ended up adding the Fiesta Sucia
I saw
to
that.
the list. So it was
Yeah.
all 3 of them at the
We should
tailgate.
have her come out.
Look, I was trying to get a hold of her.
What, are you serious?
Yes, for real. Like I employed Roy's sister Julia,
Yeah.
and I was like, please help me. And she's like a freaking detective. She should work for the FBI.
She is a detective.
Bro, she gave me her like address and phone number within minutes. And so we were calling her and we couldn't get a hold of her because we wanted her for one of our metal videos. But
dang it,
I
it's
know.
okay.
We could call that guy.
I was
up
gonna
and
say
see
we
if
can call that guy up and see if we can get their info
Yeah.
and then we'll send it.
Was
to
it
you.
last year though?
yeah,
Oh, that's because she was in retirement.
Oh,
She was busy having a kid.
Oh yeah,
she's currently pregnant.
No, she was during
pregnant.
Fiesta, so she didn't go anywhere at all last year.
But I mean,
Now she came out of retirement, so
I just needed like a quick snippet for a video.
she probably didn't want to like show up with her blue top on and her belly, her
With her
panza.
panza.
With her panza.
That would have been the best.
I know, it would have been sexy.
Yeah, so-
the aftermath of Fiesta.
True.
So yeah, it was. They had that at the tailgate party. But yeah, it got picked up by the news, and it was just like, oh, this is embarrassing to UTSA. So we're like, yeah, we're not going.
Yeah, we were like, never mind.
Well, the main thing was just more like they wanted us to like do interviews and stuff, and I was like, how am I gonna go to the game with my camera? They're not gonna let me in. So.
Yeah, they're not.
I was like, and I'm not gonna leave it in the car for 3 hours while I go to the game. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is what it is. But they got somebody next week. I don't know who, but we'll be back on that. So now jumping into a little
More
bit more
football.
interesting. No, this is no, this is arena.
Oh, whatever. Close enough.
I don't think I have a good sound effect that's nice to play on here.
Oh, that's a PG or does it have to be PG?
XXX.
No, it does not.
No.
Oh well.
But
we're
we're
XXX.
but we're
I'm
gonna-
just
but we're gonna talk about everybody's favorite subject, and that is
kidding. Okay. So BangBros porn site bids $10 million on naming rights for Miami Stadium. The American Airlines Arena, aka the AAA, has been the home of the Miami Heat since construction in 1999. BangBros, a Miami-based porn site, said it has bid $10 million for 10 years of naming rights. The company said via tweet that it wishes to call the venue the the BangBros Center, or BBC. You may need to Urban Dictionary what the acronym means, because the company definitely isn't alluding to the British Broadcast Corporation. So would you support the stadium name change to BangBros Center? I support it. I want it to happen.
I do
It'd
too.
be amazing.
Just gotta give them a round of applause for the fact that they were like, what can we do with our money? And they were like, let's just name a stadium after ourselves.
I really want to like look up this website, because I don't know, like, you get $10 million from people that like subscribe. Like, people
I was
subscribe
gonna say, aren't
to
they?
this.
I feel like
You
they-
could just
I didn't have time
for
to.
free.
I was gonna say I didn't have time to do research, but I think they're the ones who invented the black couch. I think that's them.
I think I saw that meme.
Yeah, I think
You saw that meme, or you saw that video?
No,
I think they own
what's going
that.
on?
I think they own that company, and that's
Oh.
like the #1 like video producer. So that may be why that they have all that money, because that's like the go-to video.
I mean, I feel like we're in the wrong business now.
I know, right? We
and
are.
I think they're also part of the taxi, the Bang Taxi one,
Oh,
where they would randomly
okay.
pick up people supposedly,
Right, yeah.
and then it'd be like, we'll give you the ride for free. You're not gonna get. That's pretty much how it worked.
What?
So I think they own like both of those series. So
Their
that series
videos.
owns. Yeah.
Y'all should send me some.
Okay. I'll send you the links.
All right.
I'll send you
I will.
the trailer clips.
I'll
Alright,
send you
cool.
our most favorite. Our star. But I'm telling you, like, this many people subscribe.
It's
To-
a pry-off.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Exactly.
It's a pry-off.
Like,
Oh, just kidding.
Who's on the side of Alamogordo right now? Isn't it HEB?
I don't know.
Right?
what's that?
HEB
I think
or
so.
University Health Center?
Yeah, it's
Is it-
both.
it's
on one
both,
side.
yeah.
I think the north
Like,
side.
I wonder
is-
how much they pay to be on the side of the Alamogordo. Like, is it the same? Or is it like 5
It'd probably be less, because they're like, it's the HEB Plaza, so it's like the outside part of it.
Oh, okay, not the whole stadium.
Yeah, so it's not the whole stadium.
Like,
so-
what the AT&T Center,
AT&T paid for it. Yeah.
they paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah, so that would be the same thing. So it'd be
Right.
like them changing the Alamo Dome to the Big Bang
Let's
the
do
Big
it,
Bang
man.
Dome.
Big Bang Dome.
The Big Bang Dome.
Mira?
Yeah.
The Mira
yeah.
Dome.
Yeah, Mira. Yeah. Mira Dome.
Mira Dome.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, and then we'll be the 210 Culture Plaza on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Turn
we'll-
ourselves into a porn website then to get that much money.
Right? Y'all want to go in together?
yeah, we can make something happen. It's not too bad. But yeah, I think that's hilarious that they even thought about that, and they even took the time to make sure they could find an acronym that would fit for the arena.
That's funny.
I could just picture it. I could picture it. Just Miami Heat playing in the BBC arena. And they would have to call it that because there's no way they'd be able on TV just to be constantly saying the BangBros Center?
Yeah.
Live at the BangBros Center. And then people be looking up BangBros Center.
Yeah.
The first thing that pops up.
Yes.
The site.
So that would be fun. But yeah, AAA American Airlines Arena, Dallas is named the same thing too. So it'd be kind of nice to have different names of arenas because I'm tired of AT&T having 37 arenas.
Oh,
You have the AT&T Center, you have AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And
So that's why our AT&T bills are so high.
yeah. They have to pay for it somehow.
Yeah, they need to pay the stadium.
You're welcome.
No shit.
So jumping into...
This is a topic that G wanted to talk about.
So, for those who know, I never got my Popeyes sandwich after 5 days straight of looking for it. So, before we start, Popeyes. But Popeyes is hood, and they decided to take a ratchet approach on satisfying everybody's need to have the sandwiches. So, they decided to... That's your cue.
BYOB.
Yes.
Bring your own buns.
Bring your own buns.
Sorry, while the Popeyes chicken sandwich remains on people's minds, the fried chicken chain offered a solution for those who couldn't get their hands on the item. Bring your own buns. On Thursday, the chain tweeted a short video that urged customers to BYOB or make their own chicken sandwich until the popular ones come back. The tweet goes, "Try our new BYOB. It's basically the sandwich, only no mayo or pickles, and you bring your own bun. Really, it's just 3 tenders." Do you think this is a good idea for Popeyes to do?
Yes and no.
That's stupid.
I think it's great.
They just need to bring the
because
damn shits back.
I think it's great because now I'm gonna go get me a giant ass foot long French roll from I'm gonna get one of those HEB French breads and I'm gonna go in there and take my knife and I'm gonna be like, can you put that on the grill with some butter and then put it in there? Like, I'm gonna make them work for it. They said bring my own. They didn't say I have to assemble it.
What are you gonna tell them? Stuff it with as many chicken strips as you want.
give me a big 3 chicken breasts. Oh, it's tenders. Oh shit, never mind. I think it's smart just for the fact that people are talking about it. We're sitting here talking about
marketing.
it. Exactly. I mean, it's been out supposedly since March or April, and just nobody knew it really existed until somebody was like, "Oh, it tastes just like it," and that's kind of how it started. So they weren't prepared for the rush. So I mean, even if you get 10,000 people are doing that, 10,000 extra sandwiches you weren't going to sell that you now can because you can bring your own bread, which I love the memes. There's one where it's when you go home and you tell your mom, where's the buns? And she's like, we don't have buns. Use the hamburger bread or use regular bread.
Sandwich
bread.
Sandwich bread. And I was like, that's funny. But I mean, it's a good idea. Pretty much that's why they stopped the sandwiches, because they ran out of the buns.
What?
Because their distributor, they just couldn't produce them fast enough to keep up with the demand.
I thought they ran out of the chicken.
It was the buns. Because the chicken supposedly is only 3 tenders. That's all it is.
Bro.
So that's why they said that all you gotta do is just bring the buns. It's just missing the pickles and mayonnaise, but it's the same.
I went to the one off Bulverde because no shade, but I was like, nobody's eating these chicken sandwiches over here. Everybody, they're sold out.
We even went.
Did y'all try finding us?
We
did. Y'all find
did.
any?
No.
Nowhere.
We even went. We were even going to to the valley that weekend. We were in McAllen, and I was like, oh, they have to have them out here. Mexicans don't eat Popeyes chicken. I'm good. And we drove up to 3 of them, and right on top of the big ass sign, oh, no chicken sandwich. Sorry.
Sold out.
Sold out. And
Sorry.
I was like, no trick or treat.
No trick or treat.
And I was just like, damn, the chicken goes. And then I was mad because as soon as I left, SA Munchies had found one.
Yay.
And then Bean and Cheeseman had done their video that they had gone in and found one that day they left. And I was like, should have stayed in town.
It took them 30 minutes or close to an hour to even get their fucking chicken sandwiches. I was like, damn, really? All this hype.
And then we were watching, because we used to be big fans of Dr. Miami. So we follow one of the stars on Instagram, and she had gone by one in Florida. And that thing was, they had stopped traffic. It was bumper to bumper, people trying to get into the parking lot just to order through the drive-thru.
Oh my god.
People going crazy.
Yeah.
Biting and stuff.
And then they said there was she was going to the town over, and they're like, oh yeah, there's only one in there, but she's like, oh well, there's probably room there, and they told her it was about 2-hour wait in line just to go to the drive-thru.
What?
Just to get to the sandwich at the time.
I saw some of these videos and it's ridiculous.
It
Bro,
is.
it's chicken.
But it's better than the Lord's chicken sandwich.
I don't know because I love Chick-fil-A.
I was gonna say
I do too.
I would know if I got to try it, so there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's funny. It's just there, and then everybody now is like, "Oh, we got our chicken sandwiches." And it's like, okay, it's too late. You took too long to make it.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. It's
Yeah,
over.
I think Burger Boy had released theirs like Monday or something.
Yeah.
They're like, "Look, we got a chicken sandwich now
Bill
too,"
Miller's
and it's like,
did something like that too.
yeah, Bill Miller's like, "We got chicken, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody wants to eat your chicken." That's why. Which I
Nobody
always,
wants your chicken
when I went out, when I went to go first start, it was a Tuesday, and I was like, oh, well, maybe because they get their shipment on Wednesday, maybe they're just out. And then I went the next day, and I was like, oh, nope, not happening.
It was a double whammy on Tuesday because they got the 2-piece Tuesdays on top of the chicken sandwich. Yeah.
See, when I went, I asked because I was already in the drive-thru, and there's like somebody in front of me, somebody behind me, so I was trapped. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll order. And so I ordered whatever, and I said, just out of curiosity, how long is it going to be? She said 3 to 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, no.
So do I just pull up
Forget
front
it.
and I just wait, or
Can I
call me.
Can I put a tent here? Like, how's this work?
Can I pre-order, please?
Then I thought it was funny because they were talking about how people were like buying in bulk, and they were like, I saw a joke somewhere. They're yeah, everyone wants to hustle, but who wants to buy a chicken sandwich 3 days later? I saw it online for like $50. Popeyes chicken sandwich. Who wants one?
Oh yeah, I know.
They were like, who wants to eat a 3-day-old chicken sandwich for $50? I was like, I don't think so.
It's all processed shit though. It's not gonna go bad.
That's true.
It'll still be good when they bring it back out next year. It's fine. I should have gotten the sound effect for this, but I didn't for the next topic.
Okay.
But it's a local celebrity falling from grace again. Another reason why you shouldn't drink and drive, even if you own your own car company. Take it away.
So April Ancira arrested on DWI charge. VP of Ancira Auto Group, April Ancira, was arrested this past Thursday and charged with driving under the influence. Police say they initiated a traffic stop at 11 p.m. Thursday near I-10 westbound on Fresno Street on a vehicle speeding, failure to signal, and failure to maintain a lane. Ancira blew .12 in a breathalyzer. She was charged with a DWI. What do you guys think of this situation?
That's what happens when you think Ancira.
11 is pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
11 p.m. is pretty early.
For her to be drunk off her ass, yeah.
Maybe it was like a
It
dinner
is pretty
thing.
early.
Well,
on a
I
Thursday.
don't know.
I love the comments reading in the article that they were like, I guess your dad doesn't pay you good enough for commercials when you can't afford an Uber or Lyft to take you home.
Damn.
They got money.
And then somebody was like, no wonder they were giving me $100 gift card to the liquor store when I bought my car.
Dang. So
Shade.
yeah, we can't throw shade because like Ancira, if you need a medal, but personally, if we go anywhere and we're gonna be drinking, we don't drive. So we Uber, we Lyft, we whatever, get a friend, I don't know, whatever. It's not worth it to us. I don't know if you wanna.
I mean, like, especially like during Fiesta. I mean, obviously we're not in Fiesta now, but like special events, most of the time you got to pay like $15 for parking anyway.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the price of an Uber. Like, why not just Uber? Like,
I'd rather get dropped off. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
See ya. But yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but like for me, it's definitely. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like this story. Not her per se, but he actually lost his dad to an accident where alcohol was involved, and it just scares me, like having kids, and like there's been plenty of times where we're out late, and that's always something that I'm worried about, especially around Fiesta time. Is like, is somebody gonna run into us, or and to me it's a matter of safety, because if you want to drink right, we all drink, have a good time, but just do it responsibly. So
I know a couple years ago, our cousin Lucy's friend actually got passed away because a drunk driver hit, like, was it head on? I don't remember if it was head on. Was it head on or on the side?
It was in the back.
It was in the back, right?
Like half the car was gone. So
So it was.
Girlfriend passed away.
Yeah, both of them together. They had just gone out of a shift at a restaurant, and they were by the
410 and 151.
that really bad like area by 410 and 151 where they have all the signals and all that other crap. So it was there, and I don't know how the lady, I guess she was drunk off her ass, and they hit him in the back, and they both passed away. And then the driver, he survived, and he was in the hospital for quite a bit, and she survived too. So they just convicted her not too long ago, though. Like, last year?
Yeah, they finally got justice.
They finally got, So it's that's sad. You know what I mean? Just to.
It's always the sad part is that it's always the driver that ends up like surviving and going through it. It's never the innocent person. And then it's just one of those like even ourselves like. If we're going, I mean, if we really know we're gonna get drunk, it's normally one of us is like, okay, cool. Normally, it's her that likes to get drunk anyway. Hey. I enjoy my good drink, but I already know like, okay, we're gonna be there. We're gonna leave like at 2, so like at midnight, like I'll quit and I'll just start drinking water, sober myself up, which isn't a good thing. But normally I'm normally just because I'm cheap, I space my drinks out. So like, when we get there, someone will drive us, and I'm drunk like from there, and then like I'll have maybe like 1 or 2, and I'll sober myself up throughout the night. But even then, it's still like half the time, like she's just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna drink, or it's one, and then the other one does, so the other one's like, okay, I'm done. Right, so like neither one of us ever, thankfully, have ever gotten to the point when we're not at the house anyway, where one of us like we're both completely stupid and we're both just trying to gamble and see who goes. Yeah. Normally, it's like one of us ends up taking responsibility, like, okay, he got messed up too fast, I'm gonna go ahead and stop, or I'm super, you're super drunk already, I'm just gonna go ahead and chill out because we still want to make sure.
I think too, like we're both nurses, and so we've seen a lot, and just seeing people in ways that you would never want to see a person really puts things into perspective. And so how quickly life can change on something like that. You know, accidents happen, but you know,
they do happen.
And then I always feel like too, like, because like that, other than that, or like they're like we get invited to something, normally we're like, well, we'll just drink at the house, it's cheaper. And I have friends that are like constantly like, oh, well, let's go to the bar, let's go to this. I'm like, for what? To sit there and drink when I can sit and drink at my house too, and it'd be cheaper? Like, what's the point? Like, you know, it's just like the whole thing with Roy. Like, I'll drink there. Like, if I had nowhere to go and I knew what it actually was instead of Illuminati meeting, I probably would have bought enough alcohol and we would have probably stayed drinking. But because he never told me what it was, he was just like, show up, bring food.
What?
Like, he never told us what it was at all. That
the party thing where you met.
Yeah. He never told us what it was. He just kept saying, just like, bring a dish enough to feed about 30 people.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all he told us.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay,
what is this?
So what are we doing? Or
are we getting initiated somewhere?
Yeah,
are we doing a sacrifice?
And he's like, there's gonna be a lot.
Doing?
And then he's like, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff. So y'all need to get there early. And we're like, okay. So like, are we getting stuff away?
Yeah.
Or, like, and then we got there, and I was like, oh, if I don't know this, what about alcohol? Okay. Yeah, but I have friends there all the time. Like right now, there's football. When football's over, well, let's go to the bar. Like there, they live at Bar America. Well, let's go to Bar America. And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm cool. Like we're already here drinking at the house. Why are we gonna go out our way just to go drink somewhere?
I just don't like crowds anymore. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I've like been there, done that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not trying to be like, excuse me, and then like have to wait to pee. Like I can get up and go down the hall and go pee. You know what I mean? Like, and my drinks, like, and actually, what we do is we use what is it? Favor. So like shout out to Favor.
Yeah.
And the HEB's like down the street, but again, we don't drink and drive. And we're lazy, but we don't drink and drive. And so if we like run out, I'll just like boom, and within an hour it's free delivery. Within an hour you have alcohol.
Do you know? I don't know if they do alcohol yet, but 7-Eleven also delivers too, and theirs is 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Ooh. I don't know. I would assume they do alcohol too, but I haven't tried it. But I know it's supposed to be under 30 minutes.
I mean, we've used it.
I mean, we use it a lot. Like, you know, friends come over like last minute, they don't tell us.
Right.
Like, hey,
we have
beer.
that too.
Yeah. or we're having a party and everybody's drinking. We don't want anybody to leave. Yeah. Like, just hang out and I'll have it delivered.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's what it's like. I kind of think. I mean, I know there's those like times where you're just like, oh well, damn, I forgot, and I'm drunk, but there's really no excuse nowadays to.
There is no excuse.
Leave your car there. Like.
Right. Yeah.
Especially most bars. I know there's some. I don't think in town, but I know I saw like one bar where they're like, everybody who leaves their car the next day, they leave them like a note, and the note's like, come back and you get $20 worth of food next time at the bar for being responsible.
Yeah.
And
cool.
not jeopardizing us as being the last place you left as well. So we appreciate you leaving the cars.
Yeah.
And we'll give you, I think they give them like 48 hours instead of just a day. So you got 48 hours to come pick it up. Thank you for picking it up, and here's a gift card for $20 for next time you come in.
That's awesome.
And it's like they're like, you're gonna come back because it's $20 and whatever you spend on alcohol.
Yeah.
They're obviously they're like, obviously if you were that drunk to leave your car, you're gonna spend some money at the bar, so it's $20 for food.
Yeah.
Especially make sure that you come back to visit them again. So let's go over the topic of the week here, since we got about 11 minutes or so left.
Which one?
The topic of the week.
Oh, you mean the question?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So once again, if you guys are still watching here, the survey question of the week is normally once a week we go, or the day of, we give you a random question that we just randomly think of while we're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just starting to we talk with each other, and then we're like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's ask people what they think about that. So today I got the idea from seeing a post a while back where they were talking about eating hot Cheetos with pickle juice. That's her favorite. She eats it like cereal.
My favorite.
And we were getting a lot of people that were like, ew, that's gross. So that spawned my question of the day of what is what is the most weirdest combination of food that you eat that everybody else kind of just like, but you're like, it's amazing. For me, I guess, because I thought this was like normal, is peanut butter with tortillas. When you make fresh tortillas and put peanut butter in there.
It's gross.
It's delicious.
Right? It's gross.
It's delicious.
First of all, it makes my mouth super drying with peanut butter, and then the tortilla.
It's not any different than eating butter and tortillas.
No,
it's totally different.
No, it is totally different.
Yeah, it has more flavor. It has more
No.
flavor, but it's the same shit.
But like, if I run out of bread, I'm gonna tell my kids go get a tortilla.
Peanut butter jelly.
So she does like tamales and ketchup is another one that she has.
Tamales and ketchup is mine. Come on.
Yes,
Good.
thank you.
Ew.
Yes, that's another one
It's
she
really
has.
good.
Trying to think what the other one is.
I don't know. What do you
she
guys
eats hot dog.
weird?
She eats hot dogs with mayonnaise. I mean, it's
That's
not
a
too
Mexican
weird.
thing.
It's not too
I've heard
weird.
of that.
It's a Mexican thing.
The only thing I can think of, because I feel like everything else is pretty normal, unless you can think of something that I
can't
like.
think of anything.
But I actually make, not very often, but I'll get mussels. You know, like, and you mix it with sriracha and mayonnaise, and then like you bake them.
Wait, what? Mussels?
Like
yeah,
clams.
mussels, like clams,
Oh.
mussels. But you mix sriracha and mayonnaise, and then you put it on top and you bake them.
I don't think the sriracha and mayonnaise is weird. I think I just don't like clams.
Yeah, but that's like my only thing. Other than that, I'm like hot Cheetos with pickle juice, and I'll put some limon in there.
Oh, yeah.
and, like shake it up and have like hood wrap fingers for like a week. But so
I love
good.
it.
So good.
Do you have any
I
weird
don't think I
combos?
do. I don't think so.
He eats anything and everything.
I eat a
I'm
lot,
like,
but-
babe, that's like 5 days old. He's like, whatever.
Still smells good, kind of.
Leftovers.
One of my, I wouldn't say it's weird, but one of my favorite combinations right now is the peanut butter and jelly sandwich from Smack Roll. Have you had
where?
that? Smack Roll? It's amazing.
The ones that come in the packet.
No, the pop-up shop
That's
Smack Roll.
Smuckers.
Oh,
No, the pop-up shop Smack Roll.
There's a pop-up shop. I think they were at the event
They were, like,
y'all
on the
at
other
on
end.
Friday.
They do chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, they do chicken sandwiches.
oh, I don't know.
But they have one that's the PB&J sandwich, so he puts peanut butter and jelly on the chicken sandwich, and then he serves it like that, and it's really good.
It is actually really good.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah. They normally do a lot of stuff with sangria. They normally take over, I think, like the third Monday of the month. They have like this Monday they're going to be
Oh
there.
yeah, they're gonna be there this Monday.
Yeah, and they take over the kitchen, so the whole menu, they take care of the menu on Mondays. And then they did one Friday at Alamo Biscuit Company, and they used biscuits instead of the buns. They were using biscuits instead for the pop-up, so it's pretty cool. But that's one of my favorite ones now that's kind of out there foods, but it's really, really
Yeah.
good.
I got a couple.
Did you?
Cynthia De La Pena. She's Act 6's mom.
Shout out to Act 6.
Heyo.
So she says, I always put lime and salt on my steak, never A1. And I love mayo with my fries. I
That's
love mayo
weird.
with fries too.
Yeah,
The
mayo's-
Chick-fil-A mayo with fries.
What?
It's so good. Try it.
Oh.
I swear by it. Please.
She's like, we're no longer friends. She's weird.
But like, if I get diarrhea, I'm calling you.
Well, good. It'll cleanse your system
I was
out.
gonna say they have new Pepto diarrhea, just safe diarrhea now. So
So just quick shout out, DJ X6 is actually our official DJ for our son's Fiesta campaign.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
yay!
So he'll be at our events.
That is
Nice.
so cool. Yeah,
he's great.
He did.
I've interviewed him a while back,
Yeah.
and I just found out he's the godson of Steve from Bearded Cartel.
Yeah.
So that's where it kind of all rolls around nice and evenly there.
Yeah,
And
he's great. He's just
I know.
he's a really good DJ too.
He is.
He's really good.
Look, I had him
He's-
go to my friend's wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's the little brother that I didn't have. We sat there, we were interviewing, and we were just going back and forth. And she's like, "Are we gonna shut up so we can get this interview
I
done?"
know.
And I was like,
They're talking
was
like,
like-
if they known each
I was
other
like, "We're
forever.
busy, all right."
Aw.
But no, every time I see him, it's always a good time.
Yeah. So you got a couple more. I have Jeanette. Shout out to Jeanette.
Hey, Jeanette.
So barbacoa with Lay's chips. Well, Roger thinks it's weird.
That's kind of
Barbacoa with Lay's.
Like in the taco?
Yeah.
I'm that way when I'm at home. If I'm at home and I have chips around, I'll put the chips in the taco regardless of what taco it is.
What?
Just because I like the crunch. It's kind of like putting the chips in the sandwich.
See, I'll do the chips in the sandwich, but you're borderline right now.
Well, I guess it's somewhere. I guess it's more in like the saucy one. So like the carne guisada, I'll put chips in there and I'll eat it just to give it more crunch. But like fajita, I won't put it in fajita taco. Like I'll just eat the fajita straight up. But like bean and cheese, I'll do it
with Cheetos. He got me into putting like chips and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I eat bean and cheese with Cheetos.
What?
That's good.
Yeah.
This is why y'all came up with this question. Y'all eat some weird shit.
Exactly.
That's why.
Well, just like the other day we had it. That do you eat cereal out of a cup or out of a bowl?
A bowl.
Really? We eat out of a cup.
We eat them out of a
All
cup.
right, we gotta go.
Yeah. We had that question, and like it was actually pretty interesting because like I used to eat out of a bowl, and then just when we were moving around and we were always busy, we would eat out of the Bill Miller to go, like the big side cups, like Cali mashed potatoes and stuff. So we would eat it out of that, and then when I met her, she would eat it the same way. So I never like
realized it was a weird thing to eat out of.
And then to the other day that I had saw somebody like eating out of a bowl or whatever, or like the memes were like, oh, do you put the milk first or the cereal first? And I was like, how do you eat? I was like, and then we had gone on vacation somewhere. I ate it out of the bowl, like the paper bowls, and I was like, I used to eat out of a bowl. I was like, what happened? And I was like, did you ever eat out of a bowl? I was like, or is that just like, I was like, is that just something? I was like, did you ever eat out of a bowl? She's like, well, yeah, but she's like, I never said anything because you ate out of it, so I just thought it was normal. I was like, yeah, me too. I just kind of like, so.
I just thought eating cereal out of a cup was a normal thing. Like everybody did that.
Is that like a dating group or what?
Yeah.
So it's funny.
I found them on a dating website.
Yeah.
So it's funny because we get when we go to like the Spurs games, we get the big cups, but we buy them not so much to just drink them there, but so when we go home, those are cereal bowls because they're the bigger ones. So
Okay, wait. What the hell kind of straw do you? I mean, straw. What do you use to like eat? Like you have like a giant spoon?
No, just a regular spoon.
So, but doesn't your hand like get like in the milk?
No, because at least what I do is I'll fill it up with the cereal first. So when I pour the milk, the cereal starts going up, so that you never actually overflow with milk.
Right.
So then, for me, when I know I have enough milk in it, if I can push the spoon and as soon as I push it in, the milk covers the cereal. That's enough milk. So as I'm eating it, I'm picking up the milk, but the consistency is still staying down. So it's about a quarter of a cup of milk, maybe. So
just try.
Well, because I put a lot of cereal. I put a lot of cereal first. So I put about 3/4 of cereal. So like if this is the whole bowl, I'll put the cereal to like here, and then I'll pour the milk to the milk. The cereal will overflow, and then when I push the spoon, normally the milk comes up to like right here. Okay. So then by the time I start eating, the milk lasts, and I don't know.
It's just science.
It's science. but it's always funny because and then like when we think about it, I was like, that's like my method of how to pour. I was like, because it's a plastic black cup, so there's no way for me to see how much milk am I pouring. So I just know that's my test. Like if I push the spoon and today I poured some and I didn't pour a lot of milk, and then I was sitting there eating it and I was like, this isn't enough milk because there's no.
Okay,
milk
I'm gonna. First of all,
I'll send you a video next time I
let me be the first to tell you it's super fucking weird. Second of all, for Christmas, I'm gonna get you guys like a glass, like a clear glass.
Clear glass.
So y'all can eat cereal.
That's really nice.
But that's what she always tells me, that she wants that bowl, the one that's like separated, where you can like pour milk on one side and you just kind of like bring it over.
Yeah, I don't like soggy cereal.
And I'm like,
I don't either.
I was like, we eat it out of a cup.
Wait, what's your favorite cereal?
Oh shit.
It's the
I really like
it's
Marshmallow Mateys.
Yes.
What is that?
The Hood Rat one. The Wick bags.
Got it.
The ones that have the Captain Crunch pieces, but the Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Interesting.
Those are the best ones.
All right.
Or
I like the Hood Rat ones.
Or if it's available, then we'll get the Cocoa Dino Bites, which are the Cocoa Puff ones with the marshmallows.
You know, Lucky Charms is coming out with an all marshmallow box.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did y'all pre-order it? Are y'all on the list?
No. Are you on the list?
No. We don't eat cereal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I kind of want some.
I ate some earlier, so.
Nice. So we're rounding it out, so we're just going to round up the show since we got like a minute left.
But I still haven't. I have a little bit more responses.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Finish your responses.
Okay.
I thought you were like
so I have
done.
Kathy. Shout out to Kathy. That said vanilla ice cream with Fritos. And then she said, sweetheart eats peanut butter and jelly with soup. I think that's really weird.
Like dips it in the soup?
Like tomato soup?
I don't know. Kathy, what kind of soup? Oh, and then she said, just want to say, Green Bay Packers. Whoop.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever, cheesehead.
So there you go. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna respond or not.
Oh.
Well, she responds in the next couple of minutes, then we're good.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much our show. Like always, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. And of course, thank you to our sponsor, Southside Craft Soda, with their nice Texas Cola soda. How do
Wait, what you guys think?
It was
about
good.
it?
I like it.
We love it. Can I do like a quick shout out though?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Go
I have
ahead.
zero
Do your
shame.
plugins.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Natasha, the Mira Metals. No, but seriously, we are currently looking for anybody that is willing to put in any raffle or like giveaway items for our son's campaign. Obviously, just check our page out. We have our events posted for our son's campaign. Just campaign.
Yeah.
Because we want him to be king, but it's a win-win because then all the money goes to these local organizations. So
Right.
you know, support local everything, and that's where we're at.
Yes,
so.
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah.
And of course, definitely, because we haven't mentioned it yet, head out to the Fideo Local Fest, as they
Yes.
are the Carpenter's Apprentice
yeah.
contest winners.
We're wieners.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah.
they Carpenter's Apprentice got paid for their injury fees,
What?
so
You
now they're
guys
gonna
are
go in.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we actually won first place in a Fideo local contest back in
Before, yeah.
November. So,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So not to say we'll win, but you know,
But
we're not bad.
from what we had at that Illuminati meeting,
Oh yeah.
that's pretty good. So definitely check them out there. Of course, next week as well, go to their store opening. We'll be running
Yes.
late, but we'll
Yes.
be there after the podcast.
Yes, we will be there.
Yes.
We have April on next week from Taste of the South Side. So
Live from the south side.
live from the South Side, and maybe we'll drag Roy because Roy's going to be our co-host. that
Oh
day.
yeah.
Oh,
So
We'll drag him
awesome.
out.
We'll drag him on the way back.
We'll be out there.
Yeah, so we'll definitely stop by. We may be late, but we'll bring, I don't know, something left over.
We'll bring Roy.
We'll bring,
Yeah.
we'll bring Roy.
You'll probably need to bring Roy.
So yeah, he already told us, he's like, I don't have a writing, my deal about leaving the South Side. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. He's been to our house a bunch of times.
hmm So there's that, and of course our party September 28th out here at
Yes.
Southtown 101. We'll have DJ Xanax Fan Club playing from 8 to 11:30.
8 to 10:30.
10:30,
Mhm.
and of course the headliners who are playing tonight at Market Square, which we're heading to after this, is the Callejeros de San Antonio.
Whoop whoop.
So they'll be out there. Of course, for those who don't know, it's the Tejano. Be out there protest when they decide to play Tejano instead of playing rock. So so it'll be a good time. It's always a good time. So bring your Wellas if they're able to stay out that late. You should bring them out. Of course, we got prizes galore from Sangria on the Berg, the Lost Cajun, Mil-Spec Autos, Artemia Craft, Texas Bearded Cartel. I feel like I'm missing
Kai
one.
Simone Winery.
Kai Simone
Bear
Winery,
Stage.
Bear Stage, and I feel like we're missing one more. No.
I need to get with
Lucy
y'all's
Copper.
Yeah, Lucy Copper.
Mhm.
So definitely come out. We'll be giving prizes out every hour on the hour.
Cool.
So and of course we'll be working on getting them to bring out some taste testing. So if you've been wanting
Yes.
to try it and you haven't had a chance, come out to the party and you can try it. And I'm gonna see if we can get that new secret flavor for the party too to test that out. So that should be fun. And of course check out our videos Wednesday, Thursday, and then of course Sunday here on Pub Sports Radio. So one more time, thank you again to Southtown 101 for having us here, Pub Sports for having us online, and of course Southside Craft Soda for sponsoring the podcast. And thank you guys for being on the show. Most
Thanks for
importantly.
having
Thank you.
So of course, before we leave, how can people get a hold of you guys?
So info@mirametals.com, and we also have our phone number 210-724-7040, and then our store, like I said, you can go to our website, and I believe you can book an appointment. If not, then I'll set that up today. So
So definitely check them out, and of course support local like always.